Hello YouTube, I am back and I hope you're all okay. Once again, forward to keep updates on the monthly videos, and this one I thought I might as well make this a little more fun than usual. So obviously I've noticed a couple of times that on Facebook or Instagram or any form of social media that memes are a very popular thing. In fact, that's a bit of an understatement. They're obviously all over social media when we see them, and especially goth memes, which I've noticed, especially if you're part of certain goth Facebook groups or goth Instagram following pages or anything like that. And some I have seen float around which I thought were quite funny, but I've never seen many people react to goth memes before, so I thought, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to obviously go through certain Facebook pages, Instagram pages, and just pick out the best ones that I've seen and obviously react to them and see what I think. Some of these I think I might have seen back years and years ago, but obviously given a long time it has been, so let's just see what we go and see what I can find. If there's a meme that I haven't mentioned in this video before, or one that you'd like me to react, or one that you've seen which isn't in here, then throw it my way, and depending on how well this video does, I might do a part 2 reaction. So let's dibble dabble into the internet of social media and see what we can find. So without me rambling on, let's get started. Peter, get up, you have a show. No, too sad. Peter, we don't have time for this. No show unless you tell me I'm pretty. God damn it, Peter. I quite like this because of the picture they use. It just gives off the impression how melodramatic Peter Murphy possibly is or can be, especially in the context of this picture. But it's just a kiss the face. It makes him like, no, I'm too sad. I don't want to play. I'm too melancholic. I love this one. He saw me without eyebrows, so I guess you could say things are getting serious. I suppose so. I mean, I don't know, because as you can see, I've only got my natural eyebrows. And one with the partners I did date in the past. Obviously, I guess it's that type of seriousness of seeing them without eyebrows, like comfortability. I suppose so, especially with like goth girls or even androgynous fellows who don't have their natural eyebrows. So I suppose, but in the context of this, I guess you can say that, yeah, this is pretty much serious. It's that new level of comfortability in a relationship where you see them without their eyebrows. The prevention, apparently they are better than the cure. Ooh, stay wise, always. Quit smiling, touch up that eyeliner, straighten up your pinnacle slumps. Yes, very goth mother. I love how that term's been thrown around recently, godmother, goth mother, because even when I used to go to the clubs in Birmingham, we always had like those little names for the elder goths who used to obviously hang out with and used to more or less be there by your side in case anything bad happened. And they're almost like a guide, someone that used to look up to. So I had a few people who used to call fairy goth mothers and fairy goth dads. So yeah, I like that, and it's quite accurate as well. Goths, first people to decide to wear tights as gloves. It's called creativity. It's called thinking outside the box. Fire alarm goes off. Don't know whether to dance or to evacuate. Yeah, I know this is probably stereotypical and a bit bashing on the Rivethead culture, but at the same time, is it wrong though? Because I can honestly just imagine a scenario where you're at one of these industrial clubs playing EBM or industrial music, and all of a sudden,
what's this tune called? It sounds great. I think it's called Fire Alarm. It's awesome. The smoke machine's a bit high though. I'm
really sorry for the awful bashing of it, but as far as where this meme's concerned, there's truth to the matter. You play Christian Death, and the next thing I know, I'm naked. Well, is there any lie to that really? I mean, Christian Death can be a very seductive band, especially if you pick the right songs, especially the Roswell stuff, and even certain ballads of Alaclan's era. So there's no falseness to it. It's true. I mean, if I was them, yeah, I would. I'm so new wave, I can't see a damn thing. To be fair, that's any alternative culture that has that type of draped look. And I love the fact how the guy on the right looks like the Babadook, and as far as the one on the left goes, he looks like I don't know, look, it's like the goth kid from South Park that's just got into Misfits. But yeah, I can understand that. I think everyone went through that phase of covering their eyes. Why you no gothic like a gothic? It's true, and I find it quite funny how, especially in the past 5 years, you had this this other collision between trad goths and the trad goth revival scene compared to the pastel goths and the whole new goth hipster goth look. And it's always that thing where the trad goths like will scrutinize the pastel goths for not being aesthetic or traditional to the sense of what goth is, and then you have like the pastel goths slates the new goths being elitist. And I just love this image. I think it's one of my favourite memes to ever exist because it's so true. Come on, Robert, smile. It's easy. Like this. Yeah, I quite like that. I like the guy that's in the middle that's just there like... Oh, poor Robert, he can't smile. Although, props to Bowie for trying. That moment, hipsters walk in a goth club. It's true, and I'm sorry, but... there's accuracy to this because there have been many times where I've been at golf clubs and I've seen someone who I guess you can call dressed normal, just touching on the hipster side of fashion. And it's not a case that we discriminate. I mean, you're more than welcome to come whenever you want, just be yourself, we'll accept you. But it's just that out of the norm where you kind of throws us off, where you kind of think, golf club, like, you be who you want, but you kind of comes with the title, like golf club, you know. So I wouldn't put it as bad as that. I know many goths who would react to that as if to say, abomination. But, yeah, it happens and there's nothing we can do about it. Just be accepting. I'm a huge industrial fan. No shit. My face when a young goth knows the right bands. To be fair, I was that young goth once upon a time, and I'm like that now, especially... when they actually take the time to like research their bands, and like, even bonus points if they know like underground bands that many people would not know. I mean, Cinema Strange, I guess, is a good example. That was the one that every time I mentioned, people kind of thought, "Ooh, okay, he's not just a typical Bauhaus Susie Sister Mercy fan." So yeah, I mean, to be fair, when I have people say that they listen to goth music and they throw out these sort of bands, it's always that type of satisfaction in a way, and that's like smugness to know, yeah, you're on the right path. You've been taught well. In case of unknown pleasures. Uh-oh. Clever. I'm so goth I shit Cure records. Get it right, I'm so goth I shit bats. That's the original meme. That's the original start of the goth memes. But clever enough. But to be fair, is that the Head on the Door album? Or in this context, I can see why. Joking. Bela Lugosi's dad. Oh yes, Count Orlok. Gotta beat the original. Listen to Bauhaus once. Accurate. I'm sorry, but it's accurate, especially with the whole vampiric look, especially how you got that cross between, like, almost bat fur hair and then you got Eddie Munster hair. It's quite accurate, and especially on the two on the left and right with their capes. Yeah, I can imagine this happening in the circumstances scenario, and then you just got the Sister Mercy fan right to the middle. But no, I'm sorry, but accuracy to it. There's minimal security at the cemetery. Uh-oh, look at that smug face. Like, I don't know if it's going to go rob graves or take goth photo shoots for Instagram. But it's just that if the graveyards around mine had security, then I think there would not be a necessary issue on this one, because I don't think there's any security in most graveyards, especially around Birmingham, which I'm aware of. Then I don't think you get that many excited goths. But just, yeah. When people try arguing with me that goth has nothing to do with the goth rock music genre, I agree with that robot, especially when you have people trying to cherry pick the certain aspects of defining goth as the title of gothic and then the goth music genre. And it's always that eye roll where it's always a smug person who probably read one book on Paul Hodgkinson and tried to basically be the lecture of the century.
Yeah, well, actually, you'll find.
No, do not cross that path at all. I love this one. I saw this one years ago. It's still my favourite. Bauhaus, in the middle of our street. Bauhaus. I love it. It'll even be better if it's in minor key. That needs to be worked on. But no, I love this one. I always have done, and it's so accurate. I've seen this one fly around a few times, and if there are people who actually like this, then I actually pity on their sense of narrow-mindedness, especially when it comes to music taste. I mean, it's good to have the same music interest, but don't be so blunt as that aspect. I know this is just comedic, but I actually know people who are like this, and it's really upsetting, where they don't want to educate or like get to know the other person themselves by any other means apart from music. So, it's true and it's sad at the same time. Next, day 10, they still don't realise I'm not a banshee. Nice try, Robert. Nice try. Nice try. You're only on for one album, if I'm not mistaken. But, good work. London After Midnight, my mum wants me home by 11. Oh, the disappointment in Sean Brennan's face on that one, but I like the play on words with the band name. I like this one. And I can see it being pretty accurate. Mom, I'm gonna go to the club now. I'm gonna dance like a tree in the wind. Okay, make sure you're home before 12, but it doesn't finish until 3. We're leaving at 11. I don't care, you need to be back home. When she says she likes goth bands, what you hope? What she really means. Oh dear, to be fair, and this is me being honest, I think we all were like that once upon a time, getting into the gothic type of music genre. We have to start off on Baby Bat levels, I suppose. So you will find Motionless in White, Manson, Evanescence, and Black Brides for some reason, but I think it's because of that aesthetic look. But at the same time, you end up branching out, and when you start really digging into what is like gothic rock, then it tends to evolve on that matter, but sometimes it don't. And even if you do meet someone who's like that, there's nothing wrong on just showing them your aspect on goth rock and also respecting their choices, even though they may not be into the music. I'm not gonna lie, there are a couple of those bands on the right side which I did listen to, or still do listen to for that matter, but yeah, it takes time. And Susie and the Benchies, oh, the pun ones, here come the puns. Accurate, I like it. The floor is pastel goth. Oh, this is when the lava floor meme was going on. The floor is made of lava, and I just love how you got Johnny Slut's face like on the wall saying avoid, 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 which is very accurate nowadays, especially for anyone who's falling into the death rock revival or the trad goth revival. And to be fair, I think I dipped my toe in it once, and that's the new goth era, but I didn't necessarily sink in so much. When you see another goth in public, yes. To be fair, this is how most of the friends I have in Birmingham, that's how we met, or most friends I know in the UK. When we'd be walking down the road, you'd be gothed up to your max, and then you'll see another one, and it's just that recognition, like, another one exists? That's how I think most people tend to find themselves, especially within goth clubs as well. And to be fair, that's how I met up with one of my friends in Birmingham. We were in university. And as I was walking out, she was walking past, and at this point we didn't know each other, and we just kind of looked at each other and another one of us exists in university. There can only be one goth in university. And that's how it kind of rolled. And I remember that, actually. That's how I find this so funny, because it's quite accurate, and I can just imagine the hypothetical sense that other goths are like that. They get so happy. They're like, I'm not alone. Cash Me Outside. How Bauhaus? No. Die. How dare you taint the name of Bauhaus? Normie guys trying to attract a goth girl like, Bauhaus? I've seen this happen before, and it gets more cringy every time in public. It's either a Cure top or a Sister Mercy top or any type of hipster shirt, especially the Joy Division Unknown Pleasures one. And it's sad to see the Bauhaus tops are now becoming either more in trend or more hipster, which is sad to see. But it's always that funny laugh because they think, oh, a edgy post-punk band that many people don't hear about. Like, I'm wearing this, you should be attracted to me. Like, fuck off. Like, it's a band, and to be fair, don't taint Bauhaus. When you go to release the bat, only to find out they've already left the bell tower. God damn it, Peter Murphy, leave Nick Cave's bats alone. With the face, though, it's like, unhappy Nick Cave face. Before Joy Division, after Joy Division. To be fair, I like this one because it's accurate to most of the people I knew in my sixth form, who were quite perky, like, popular girls. And as soon as they go into sixth form, they start wearing the Unknown Pleasures top and the Doc Martens look and have that grungy look, which Billie Eilish tries to copy nowadays. And it's just so funny how you can go from being happy to having this dark, like, almost nihilistic fashion sense. But it's true, I guess that's what happens when you listen to Joy Division. You only need to hear one song and you end up looking like Tobey Maguire. Joy Division, New Order. Fact. Washed up YouTuber with dark lipstick. You don't have to listen to goth music to be goth. elder goths. Yeah, to be fair, I can imagine this happening. And to be fair, it doesn't even have to be elder goths. I know many people on YouTube who are very serious and inset about what they preach about the goth culture. And I think this is a recap of what happened a few years ago when Snowy Loafer released that video, and there was a big backlash of Angela Benedict, and you had loads of other YouTubers putting their 2 pence in. With me, I didn't want to get involved in that because there's no need to, and I didn't want to necessarily ride that bandwagon because obviously I was friends with both of them. But yeah, to be fair, this is pretty accurate, and I can imagine the uproar when you have elder goths on social media. Most people rejected his message. Skinny Puppy's better than 9 Inch Nails. Shut up. They hated Jesus because they told the truth. Where's the line in that one? I mean, I like 9 Inch Nails, but Skinny Puppy, if you really want to go down that level, then yeah. As long as it didn't say ministry. Guys, man, I need them freaky goth bitches. Goth bitches. Guy, what the fuck is that? You leave Mana Sama alone. You can't help that he's a pretty androgynous person. And to be fair, a very good looking one as well, I'm not going to lie. But it is that case. It's like the phrase we had. It's like the phase we had not long back about the goth girl from the big titties. Like, why do they find this appealing of having like a girl with black lipstick and calling it goth? Like, it's not that same thing, or they have the wrong connotation, like the BDSM culture type of thing. And it's just that narrow mindset of expectations, which I find quite funny. When they actually get introduced to a trad goth girl or a death rock girl, then their minds just blow out. How to kidnap Andrew Elridge? Definitely no goth stuff there. Clever. Post-punk goth rock, cold wave, dark wave, minimal wave, passive goth, gothic metal, cyber goth. Oh, to be fair, that's like the metaphoric representation of every elitist trad goth on the internet slating like anything that is not part of the 1980s scene. And I always feel bad for the frog in a way. And to be fair, the bat there does look a little bit evil in representation. But where's the line? There is truth to this one. Bauhaus sounds German. No shit. No shit. Oh, I love this one. There's something I love Dr. Sanders's memes. Whenever he makes these memes, I always find them to be pretty funny and accurate. I love this one. You can't be goth if you're Andrew Elridge. I feel bad for Andrew Elridge. He's just basically the punching bag of all these goth memes. But that's what happens when you become the poster boy for denying that you or something that you more or less created or was a big influence in. How goth guys stare at you when they're dancing. To be fair, that's me. Like, the perm is me if I still had it, like, volumed up. And to be fair, those eyes, they're very much like, you call that dancing? There's too much movement. I still can't get over the fact of how good his perm is. Spend 2 hours perfecting look. Why do people always have to stare? That's the oxymoron of becoming goth, really, because you want to obviously wear this makeup to make you feel like who yourself and make you feel happy with who you are, but then obviously it comes to the price of being looked at. It's always the case, why are they looking at me? I'm only human. You're a human with half your face covered in cake foundation and eyeliner as black as midnight, so yeah, going to look in curiosity, but that's the thing that you always have to come with the price. You've heard of an elf on a shelf, but have you heard of goth on a sloth? I have now. Bela Lugosi's Dead is free bird for goths. Change my mind. Yes, because I can see why they put this, because it's a long 9-minute long song, but if you want to be really that anal, you might as well throw this corrosion in as well. Bauhaus. True. Even the seriousness on SpongeBob's face is true. Rub's face displays his entire eyebrow off. I feel the pain, because I know many people who have done this in the past, or when there's something sweating when they're clubbing and it just displaces their eyebrow. So for those who have drawn on eyebrows, I feel your sympathy, and I am with you. Andrew Elridge, you're goth. Which film is this from? This came, was it like Bird Box or something along those lines? But yeah, I find it quite funny because it's quite an accurate representation. Oh, Kaya, remember this meme coming out when they ask if goth and emo are the same thing? I think every goth who's had this question asked has the same reaction. I mean, I've done it a few times myself, and yeah, sorry Kaya, you've become the martyr of the meme for this one. Goth elders at the club be like, yes, it's true. And if there are times where I've been dancing and it's been awful, like drunk dancing and just throwing my arms in the air, and I've always had there's always that crowd of people that's looking going. So Yeah, it's pretty accurate. I sometimes even get that when I rarely go to the clubs. She's lost control again. Clever. I like this one. I think I've seen this one a few times, but this one never gets old for me. Oh, this is the Dre one. Dr. Sanders did something similar to this actually as well. I can't remember what the song is called. It was a big hit about a few years ago. But look how you got to Valor Clan's Christian Dev, like, no. And then Ross Williams there is obviously yes, because that's... You can tell an elitist did this one, or a diehard Ross Williams fan. But to be fair, there was some stuff on Valor Clan's Christian Death which I don't mind, but obviously we took a different direction. But it depends on who you ask, I suppose. How goths think they look with their makeup versus how goths actually look. I suppose. I mean, I don't want to judge anyone else's choice of makeup style, but I suppose it's true, especially when you're first starting out. Practice makes perfect. How are we going to get more kids interested in goth? More backhavers, more women, not goth. Yeah, it was about time. We knew it was going to happen. Sorry, Andrew. You got to keep your mouth shut next time. When it's Friday, but you're not in love. I failed you. It's okay, there's always next week. I don't care if Monday's blue. Wow, really wrote a whole song about it. I've seen this before, and I still think it's brilliant. Whoever made this one, clever. Me, the goth that keeps doing photo shoots on Grandma's grave. Yeah. To be fair, I think that's what most people would be like. You can just imagine going there, putting your flowers on your relative's grave, all of a sudden there's goths photo shooting. Get away! Listen to Sister Mercy once. True. Andrew Elridge, when anyone tells him he's goth, such things I hear, they don't make sense. Oh, what a way to use his music against him. But once again, true. I need to stop with the Andrew Elridge ones. I feel actually bad for him now. Goth is a mindset. You have to know about Bauhaus to be goth. Yes, checkmate. Checkmate. Oh, it's always the elitists that end up contradicting themselves and they go, goth is a mindset. It's for life. It's how you feel. We have to know Bauhaus. You have to know these. So I've come across people who are like that, so where they're very contradicting in their own sayings. And I like this one because it's actually really accurate. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I like this one, especially how the more Dave Ames got older, the more of a school teacher he's ended up looking. And yeah, it's true. I think we've all had those days where we can't be asked in SEB as goth because we want. So yeah, I like this one. Love will keep us together. Triggered. Oh, poor Ian. I love this one. To be fair, I think I might actually check this band out and just see what it's like and then do a comparison. But I love this one. This is probably one of the most original ones I've seen and I really like this one. When Peter Murphy is playing, you shut the fuck up. Law. That is a law. When goth elders hit the club to judge everything and everyone. To be fair, yes. I mean, we've all had this before in clubs where you see older goths or even elitist goths kind of whisper like,
You see how they don't? You see that one with the purple hair? But the one with the death walk? Yeah, that one over there. Like, what the fuck is she doing?
just imagine something like that happening. When you hear someone say their favourite goth artist is Little Peep, this one I will allow the prejudicial, stare to happen because why should that ever be a thing belonging to the emo rap genre, not goth? And I'm exactly like that person in the background. You say what, man? Bauhaus, is that the new Combi Christ album or something? Oh, the ignorance. And I love how they try to demonize the industrial scene with that type of ignorance. But I suppose they're not wrong as well, because there tends to be a bit of a diversity between those areas of the subculture. So maybe, I mean, I like this one. I saw this one years ago and I was hoping to find this one again, because of how true it is, because it made me really angry the first time I saw this, because I know that some people are like that. When you hear someone mention an obscure foreign goth band, you know that is me. Whenever someone mentions any type of Yugoslavian goth band like Luna or La Strada, that is me, or even Phantasmagoria. Because I can just imagine myself going, "What was that? Foreign bands? Yeah, that's me." It's true, and I love this one really much. Hold up. Are those winkle pickers on sale? To be fair, I think that's anyone, especially when I walk around counting. It's so hard to find winkle pickers now, so I don't blame them. When my friend picks up Alien Sex Fiend CD, so you have chosen Death Rock. Good pick. Can't go wrong with that. Wi-Fi drops down by 1 bar YouTube quality video. Ooh, I'm out. I'm sorry. That's it. You gotta leave Ella alone. You can't help it. Right, I'm going to leave it there. There were many more that I wanted to show, but I think I'm going to leave it there. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you want me to do a second reaction video to this, please just let me know as well. And if you got any suggestions of memes that you've seen or you want me to react to it, then send them my way and I'll see what I can do. Alright, thank you very much, and I'll see you next month-ish. Bye.